Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome back to another video. I hope you're having a wonderful day. In today's video, I'm going to go over the portfolio. I'm going to show you all the buys and sells. I'm going to show you the dividends, and I'm going to show you the plan moving forward, inshallah. That's the plan. Apologies for not posting in the last few days, almost a week I think since I posted anything. I went to the US for a work related trip and it was absolutely wonderful. We went to San Francisco. It's really nice, but coming back jet lagged completely, but alhamdulillah things are good now. I'm back, so I'm gonna carry on posting in the next few days, inshallah, as usual. If you are new here, this is my portfolio. This is my actual portfolio. This is real money. This is not some sort of a fake account or anything like that. What you see is my Trading 212 account. If you want to sign up for Trading 212, there's a link on the description. So use that, you get a free share. I don't think I get anything at the moment, but yeah, you get a free share if you sign up with it, with that link. And as you can see, the portfolio right now is hovering over around that £85,000, which is quite nice. Okay, got there at the end. Again, the markets are up and down as usual, so I'm not really too worried about that at all. If you're new here, what I'm trying to do is basically buy quality companies as much as I can, okay, and then hold them for a long term. Now, sometimes, of course, I will sell stocks, and that's exactly what I've done for this month. I'll explain the reasons why I sold, what I bought, and I'm going to explain to you all the dividends that I have received. Actually, all the companies that I own in this portfolio are dividend-paying companies, and I do own one Sharia-compliant ETF, okay, which I actually haven't touched in ages. I'm sure you can see it there. So I'm going to go over the buys and the sells, then I'm going to show you the dividends, and then I'm going to show you the rental income as well as my dividends, how much I've received in passive income. What I'm trying to do here is build a portfolio, inshallah, that in the long run, maybe 10-15 years from now on, I can live off. It doesn't have to, it's not going to get there overnight. It could, I'm not saying this is the only basically passive income that I'm going to receive, inshallah, but of course this plus as well as everything else that I would be investing in, including properties, I'm hoping that one day I can just retire on that income. So the income is more important than anything else, but right now, in the long run, what I'm trying to do is buy quality companies that have, of course, that pay dividends and increase that dividend year after year. So hopefully in 10 years from now on, these companies, I will be holding on to them, and the share prices would have gone up. I would have actually got some decent amount of dividends reinvested into the portfolio, and so on. Okay, so that's my long-term plan. That's what I want to do. So that income side of it is basically what I'm looking forward to, inshallah. But again, I'm not looking at the yield right now. I'm not worried about those things right now. Okay, what I'm trying to do is buy companies that I know will be around for a while, pay that dividend and increase that dividend, inshallah. And again, sometimes I do invest in companies that don't pay dividends as well. I own some companies that actually list and have a dividend that is less than 1%. So it's a mixture. So I'm not really right now after the yield, if you like. Right, let's get on with this. But before I do that, just a couple of requests. The first one is to ask you to join us on the Patreon account if you can. By doing this, you're definitely supporting the channel, and it's actually really helpful. And you can see all the buys and sells that I make. You can get the dividend trackers, you got the dividend calendar, you got the stock watch list, the UK and US versions, as well as that you get the daily watch list, which people on the Patreon, on the Discord ask basically for not long ago. And what I've done is now I made it daily, so basically I update it as regularly as I possibly can, and then I share it with the community. Again, private Discord, like I said, you've got Sharia compliant investing ebook there as well, and if you can join us, that will be absolutely wonderful. Now, of course, I like the videos, of course. So this is my overall portfolio. So let's now go straight to the holdings. Basically, you can see here, this is one of the spreadsheets that you can actually get access to if you sign up. It's basically you just put the ticker number and everything else is taken care of. It's automated, the whole thing. I've done videos of how to use it. Now, the buys and sells. Let's just start with the sales this month. So I've sold out of 3 companies basically in the month of November. Now, the first one is Nike. Nike was one of those companies that I haven't sold it for any political reasons or anything like that. But when I looked at it, basically the growth, there was another company that I felt was basically Hershey company that I felt was better at the time in terms of growth side of it, in terms of how cheap it was. So I sold that completely. I sold that Palo Alto Networks because of the situation that is owned by I think the guy who started it is Israeli, and he supports the Zionist, and the company they bought recently was part of the basically it was based in Israel. All of these things, it made me very, very uncomfortable with the situation that's happening with the brothers and sisters in Palestine. So I sold that completely with that one, and then I sold that out of Microsoft. Microsoft has been questionable for quite some time. For me, after I've done my calculations, I've figured it out for a long time. It wasn't non-Sharia compliant yet. It was that within 4%, 5% hovering over in terms of the revenue that was coming from advertisement. But it made me uncomfortable now because the advertisement is now becoming a big part of the company. Now they've got that AI situation going on, so that's integrated into the Bing, which then means probably more customers, which means more revenue from that side. So it just made me uncomfortable. It's a great company. I really like Microsoft, but that has become too much for me. So I sold that out. And again, we have access to that through here anyway. I think it's almost 10% or whatever it is in this ETF. Now, remember, ETFs are not treated as are treated as like a single basically stock. So it's because it's in base questionable here, it doesn't mean it's completely questionable there as well, because the whole ETF is treated as one. So the sold, basically everything I've sold is £4,572 and 24 pence. Okay, now I took all that money as well as extra £1,422 and 25 pence and bought more stocks. I bought Air Products and Chemicals, one share of Air Products and Chemicals. I started a new position of Hershey company. Again, some of that money went straight into here, and some of the Microsoft money went in there as well. Into it, I bought 5 shares of this company, and I think that money came from Palo Alto Networks as well as Microsoft. I bought 4 shares of Medtronics. I bought almost 4 shares of RB. This company is still trading undervalued, so I'm taking advantage of that. AstraZeneca is exactly the same. Again, it's undervalued, so I'm buying I bought about 3 shares, and then I bought 2 shares of J&J since it has actually come down quite a bit. So I spent closer to £6,000 in the month of November. So I'm going to continue buying this company. So what I'm going to do now is go over, so you can pause the video, you can see this is the dividends they actually pay me after the minus the 15%. Again, I say this one actually shouldn't be included there. Okay, so this is UK, but these 2 are UK based, so I don't have to pay taxes. But the other 5 companies, I think I have to pay taxes, which is about 15%. So after I've subtracted the 15%, this is what their dividend yield is, and this is how much they will pay me for every share of the company that I own. And then as you can see here is the total amount. So that adds about $93 basically for this month of November. And again, that builds my overall portfolio in terms of overall dividends moving forward. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over some of the companies that I own. I'm not going to go over every single one of them, but just the ones that I need to mention today. I will pause the video. You can always find the link. I'll put the link again anyway, fresh link to have a look at the entire portfolio if you need to. So 3M has been one of those companies that has been in the portfolio for quite some time. It's down a lot. In the long run, InshaAllah, once I break even at some point, I will basically sell this company. The growth is not there. The dividend is all right. I'm sure they're going to cut it sooner or later, but I just need to break even. I'm down 27%, so I'm not in a hurry. I'm just going to leave it there. Air Products and Chemicals, I'm going to buy wherever I can here and there. So it's coming down quite a bit. ASML, I would love to add to this company, but right now the share prices has gone up a bit, so I'm going to leave it for a bit. AstraZeneca is still down. I'm buying more every single week or every single month as much as I can. Automatic data processing has actually come down quite a bit, so I'm trying, hopefully maybe build. I don't want to add too much to the industrials, because I think that might be my biggest holdings. I'll show you in a second in terms of breakdown of my overall portfolio in terms of sectors. But I like this company. Although it's part of the industrials, is actually a technology company more like. Look at this company, Broadcom. Broadcom is actually, I think it's reporting this week, or has it reported? think it might be reporting this week. I'm up 97%, which is absolutely ridiculous. This is probably after Tesla. If I were to sell this right now, actually no, I made a lot of money from Tesla back in the days, but yeah, this is over £2,500 right now in terms of profit wise. 17 shares of Cummins I've got right now, about 6% up. I want to add to this company, but there's loads of different companies that I like. Again, it's in the industrial sector, so I'm going to leave that. Hershey, I'm definitely buying. I want to get at least another maybe 7-8 shares of this company. Home Depot, I'm not touching right now. Into it seems a little bit expensive, but again, it's actually around my price range. So if it comes down maybe to 540ish, I might actually add a few more shares of this company. I haven't done anything with this ETF. I'm disappointed with myself because I haven't actually done anything with it. I really genuinely, whenever I look at the ETFs, I'm like, you know what, I might add 1-2 or more of the ETFs, the halal ETFs, but at the same time, when I see stocks that I like and still undervalued, I just carry on buying stocks. But like I've always said to you guys, there will come a time where I can no longer keep up with this portfolio, and then that's the time where I will put a lot of my money into the ETFs and sell out some of these stocks. So a company like, for example, Broadcom, I might take that £5,000 and straight away put it into an ETF. Okay, so it's not going to happen soon, but I will probably do that at some point because there's a lot more risky, basically a lot more risk in adding these, to basically buying this type of stocks. Like, look at this company like 3M. There's so much legal situation going on. J&J, there's a bit legal going on. So I'd rather own the ETFs than this. But for now, right now, I feel comfortable holding this. So we'll see, inshallah, what happens. But I'm not going to get rid of these ETFs. I'll probably add a couple of more, inshallah, in the long run. Medtronic is actually still undervalued, so I'm buying a bit more. Merck, I'm going to leave it alone. It's about 45% up right now. Procter & Gamble, I would like to add to more of this company, but right now, about 9% up. Definitely add into public storage. When I went to the US, I mentioned it earlier, San Francisco, we literally, every road that we took, I've seen 2 or 3 public storage warehouses. And I'm not even kidding. Every single day we were out and about, I was looking out for companies that I own in the portfolio, and I keep seeing this company everywhere. And if it's that popular in one state or one city, can you imagine what it's like in all the other cities? And I knew, of course, I've done my research before and then see how many stores and things like that they own, or how many storage places. But yeah, it's doing really well, and right now it's down 9%, so I'm gonna keep adding. Qualcomm, I'm not gonna touch it for now. I'll be adding to it. Rio Tinto, I actually want to add more to Rio Tinto. I haven't touched it in ages, so I will be buying in this month, inshallah. I'm gonna add to it as much as I can. S&P Global is now, I think, is my biggest holding right now, as you can see there. Actually, it's gone up so much in the last few months, so I'm not touching that. I'm up 16%, or £746, £45, whatever it is right now. So I'm going to leave it alone. Unilever, I've not touched it. I'm going to leave it alone for a while. Union Pacific, I'm not touching. Again, UPS, I really want to buy more of this company, but I don't want to increase my industrial sector yet. So if I were to buy one out of all the ones that I own right now, it would be this one here. UPS is down quite a bit. The dividends are absolutely amazing. It's not going to go away anytime soon. And then Visa has been in the portfolio for a long time. I really like the company. Only 20 shares, 4,000 right now, about £636. So it's gone up so much, but I think it's still fairly valued. I don't think it's overvalued right now if you look at it. So there you have it. That's the entire portfolio. You can pause the video and look at some of the stocks that I own in this portfolio. As you can see right now is hovering over, like I said at the beginning, £85,000. Now I'm going to show you the dividends. So let's go back here. What I think I want to show you is first the dividends that I've received. So I've received the £78.68 for the month of November. I already received the over £7 for December. December should be way higher than that, so you will see that, inshallah. And these are the companies that paid me. So the first company that paid me in November is at Automatic Data and APD, Air Product and Chemicals, paid me £18, and ASML paid me £8. Procter & Gamble paid me about £19, and then UPS actually paid me £32, which is quite nice. And already Visa has paid £7 for this month, as you can see, £78 there. So overall, this is my rental income for the month of November, as well as my dividends. So if you add the two together, £562.68 is what I've received. Again, like I said to you guys, I'm not going to shy away the fact that I'm after that rental income, not the rental income, the actual passive income, inshallah. I want to be able to receive at least the minimum 2,000 to 2,000, 3,000 pounds a month. If I can do that, then that means it will cover my expenses, and inshallah I can live off my income, inshallah, my passive income. If I can do that, alhamdulillah, that's all I want to do, because then that means I can just take care of my family. I can just go and pray and just, you know, just do the usual things that I would love to do, travel and other things, inshallah. And it's not going to be overnight. Some of you started recently, you might be getting, I don't know, £5, £10 in dividends. Alhamdulillah, just carry on doing that. Wallahi al-Adim, that's how I started. If I show you this, okay, if I go back here and show you dividends that I've received, look, when I started first, that May, £3, £11, it was £15, and then it carried on. Look, from that £3 to £13 to £57 to £91. And inshallah, in the next couple of Mays to come, inshallah, that will basically increase. My overall right now is £1,407 for this year. And I'm expecting, I'll show you now, or closer to $400 for this month. There's a lot of companies paying me this month. The next 2 months is not a lot, and then so these are the months where these companies actually report their earnings and so on, and that's the months they actually pay their dividends, and that's the months they actually increase as well. So inshallah, September next year I'm expecting over £500, but by then I would have bought a lot more stocks of the companies that pay in the month of September. So hopefully it will continue doing that. So inshallah, let's see what happens in the long run. Is, you know, it's not going to be on overnight, so you just have to be patient and keep doing what you're doing, inshallah. Wallahi, I'm not doing to brag or anything like that. I'm just showing you my journey, and if you enjoy that, please like the videos, because it genuinely helps. Like I said earlier, the sectors, you can see all the sectors I have in this portfolio. And right now industrial has taken over because I've sold information to, like I've sold Microsoft, and for that reason it's actually gone down quite a bit. I'm happy the fact healthcare is now becoming a lot more, as well as consumer staples. Financials has actually gone up, although it's only one company. Materials 8% now, real estate is 6%. Consumer discretion, I want to add more to it, inshallah, in the long run. Energy, I'm not sure if I would add to this portfolio yet. Utilities and communications, I've never had, I don't think, any companies from communications utilities, because a lot of them have a very high level of debt. Now I'm going to stop the video here. I hope you're enjoying this. Okay, if you are, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, join us on the Patreon account. It genuinely helps, and you can see every day when I post, and you know, in the Discord, I don't post it every day, but I post every time I actually might make a buy or sell, or I have a comments to make or share something news. And right now there's a lot of brothers, mashallah, that are sharing on daily basis what they're doing, and that is actually hopefully will help the community grow, inshallah, even better. Have a wonderful day. Assalamu alaikum.